All right. What up and welcome back? I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and over here on this channel, I deliver syrup in the form of black news and celebrity updates. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are having an amazing week. I hope y'all are having an awesome week. Listen, I'm not even going to waste no time. Y'all know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And we're going to get right down to the nitty gritty. Be sure that you like the video as the intro plays. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel. It's just a free way to support the channel. And listen, you can send a cash app. You can send a couple dollars if you want. Don't feel obligated. It is a way to support, but also support for frizzy, for free 99 by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and also comment as many times as you'd like. If you are here on the bus, which means you're catching the live in real time, comment in the chat as many times as you would like. What are your thoughts? And if you're chasing the bus, it means you're watching the replay. And I would like you to comment as many times as you think of something, as you feel something or a thought goes through your mind as you are watching the video. So we have a lot to get into. I'm not even going to waste y'all's time on this beautiful hump day. We have another live coming directly after this. I've got some legal documents, a lawsuit that we need to go through, okay, as it pertains to Diddy. So we are very, very busy today, and I hope that y'all appreciate all the hard work, all the research, because I fell down a lot of different rabbit holes, okay, as I was preparing and doing my research for both of these videos, but more so the video that's going to come after this one. So I'm keeping you updated with all things Diddy right here on this channel. So you definitely want to make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of this piping hot syrup over here. Now, without further ado, drop your pancakes in the chat. If you're a channel member, drop your special emojis in the chat. Let's pull this bus off and leg up.
The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some black, and she said, loves me some black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
All right. And I just want to give a quick shout out to all of my moderators, all of my channel members, and of course, all of my Discord members. You know, we always chopping it up backstage, but also just shout out to everybody who is here, who is a part of the live chat, who is riding the bus, and just here in real time. I do really appreciate y'all. Y'all know I don't see y'all a lot during the daytime, so I had to make sure I came correct. And I would just want to drop into a couple different time brackets and buckets so that everybody can get a chance to experience a live stream, because I know a lot of people get upset if I'm always late, live late, or whatever the case is. But listen, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, first, I want to tell you all that we are going to be discussing today, because there's so much that we need to get into. Listen, baby, Diddy done got himself caught up in such a web, and we're going to untangle all of that today. I'm pretty sure there are going to be some new headlines before tomorrow starts, and everything else. So we're going to get all caught up on today with this live and the next one that's going to come directly afterwards. All right. So we'll be able to have a fresh start tomorrow when I come back and report for you again. So we've got a lot to get into. Everyone in every country, okay, peep game, is speaking out against Diddy. So we're getting into several things. We're getting into the fact that I know a lot of you all, just a lot of people in general, were saying, dang, he didn't even mention Cassie's name. Who was he apologizing to? Well, you may or may not have heard that, and I just want to make it known to all of you all, okay, that Diddy is actually legally not allowed. Okay, so he's literally not allowed to say Cassie's name in public per the settlement that they went ahead and did last year. You know, when Cassie filed her lawsuit, the day after, within a 24-hour span, he went ahead and settled with her. And part of the agreement and the arrangement within that was that he's not allowed to mention her name in public at all. So that is the reason why he did it. Now listen, I ain't taking up for Diddy. I ain't taking up for Diddy. Trust and believe. He needs to be held accountable and brought to justice. And he need to have them bank accounts drained. And we need more shame. We need more. We need more. We need more. Okay. But I just wanted to let you all know he's not supposed to be saying her name, and that probably has something to do with him not being able to taunt or harass her. You know, when he received one of his most recent awards, he said, "Shout out to Cassie for hold me down through the darkest times." And if you don't remember, during his whack apology video that nobody believes, he stated that that was one of his darkest times when he was in that video just brutalizing her in that hallway as she was trying to escape and get to that elevator. So I just wanted to make y'all all aware of that to start. Okay. Listen, if you haven't already had an opportunity to view the previous video that we did, please be sure that you check that out. Diddy is making history as it pertains to the key to the city of New York. Okay, he is absolutely making history. And if you want to know why and how he is making history, please be sure to check out the live stream, the live video that was done before this one. Okay. So moving right along, we're going to go ahead and get into something else. Let's see. Remember, I was saying in the beginning of this video how every country is trying to get rid of him, baby. Every country is literally trying to get rid of Diddy, or they're speaking up and out about Diddy. I want to show you all what Australia has to say about Diddy. I mean, he's being canceled worldwide, it seems like, right? I'm like, dang, what does Australia have to say? Well, without further ado, let's go ahead.
There are calls this morning for Australians to boycott Sean Diddy Combs after shocking video emerged of him allegedly assaulting his former girlfriend. Deputy Opposition Leader Susan Lee has posted on X saying this should see Australian radio stations take any of his music off their channels today. Australia should send a clear message on this matter. Combs, who's been an influential figure in the hip-hop world, has previously denied the allegation, but he now apologised for his actions after CCTV of the incident was released. Entertainment editor Peter Ford joins us now. Good morning to you, Pete. Well, has this reaction been fair?
Well, I think it's a clear reaction. Anybody who saw that gut-wrenching video over the weekend, which we can't even show you in full because it's just too confronting and too triggering for people, we have to edit it down. And you can only just imagine what happened inside that hotel room before she decided to flee. I mean, anybody would look at that and say, gee, I hope bad karma for that guy. What can we do to punish him? And of course, anybody can take their own stand and do whatever they want. As for Susan, well, I think we've got to look at the motives of any politician wanting to join in something like this. But certainly she's making really valid points. But I don't think radio stations are playing his music these days anyway. Then you get into a situation of, well, do we ban his past catalogue, which includes his own label, ironically called Bad Boy Music, and they signed a whole lot of other artists. Do we ban all of them as well? But if we do that, in fact, we're also punishing other innocent people. One of those artists signed, in fact, was Cassie, who was the victim in that particular video from the hotel.
Yeah, any of his music. I mean, after watching that video, and I can't unsee it now, it's so disgusting. Yeah. They should absolutely take it off their playlist. But I agree with you. So the likes of Mariah Carey, Lil Kim, Mary J. Blige, those sort of artists have been produced by Sean Diddy Combs or collaborated with him. They shouldn't suffer, should they?
Well, they shouldn't suffer, no, and that's the problem if you want to try and punish someone. And of course, this is also a very unusual story in that, yes, we do have an admission of what he did in that hotel corridor. How could you not admit to that? But of course, he's admitted to nothing else. And he was very specific in his apology video to make it clear he was only fessing up to that one incident. And of course, we have years of allegations and these recent raids, which you can see here. Trust me, the feds are working on a case and they are determined to pin something on him. Now, of course, it won't be that incident in the hotel corridor because the statute of limitations had passed. So he was quite safe in sitting there admitting to everything because he knows he can't be prosecuted for that. But I think, you know, the court of public opinion has already decided and now remains to be seen whether that can be taken further.
Yeah, he should officially be brought to justice. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
Rolex on your wrist, thePLAINEStjane.
All right. So, Stickies, you know what I want to know from you all? What do you think? What do you think? I think that anybody who has had to consume right? His work, his artistry. I think that they should be outraged and they should be campaigning and going to said radio station or any businesses or wherever, because there's a company that we're going to get into in a moment. They should be campaigning so that these businesses can all just break away from Diddy, and all things that he's had something to do with. However, on the other end, there are other people who will suffer, who were a part of the bad boy umbrella. You know, Mary J. Blige, Lil Kim, Mariah Carey, Cassie herself. Now, I want to know what you all think. I saw some people in the comments saying, well, it's not like he was really paying them anyway. Listen, your money is your money. Whether it was 33 cents a month, your residuals or your royalties, whether it's $66 a month or $600 a month, which is probably nothing to all of the people who were under his label. However, should they suffer? It reminds me of, you know, the Bill Cosby debacle. And they're like, oh, let's pull Bill Cosby. Well, what about the residuals that Rudy and Theo and Vanessa and Claire Huxtable, Lisa Bonet would be getting? Also, when it came to Seventh Heaven had a huge deal when the dad on that show was exposed for some sort of inappropriate behavior. They wanted to pull Seventh Heaven, but the child actors and the parents of those child actors were like, wait a minute, we don't have anything to do with his nastiness. Maybe block him from getting the money, but I feel like my child or me, myself, my person should still be able to make money. This was some hard work that we put in. So it's really interesting, Stickies. I want to hear from you. Put a 1 in the chat if you think they should pull all of the bad boy, anything in reference to Diddy, or put a 2 if they should just pull his and leave the artists that were under his record label, leave that there. Put a 1 if they should just pull everything, all the other artists included, and a 2 if you think that they should just pull Diddy's and the other artists who are associated or affiliated prior or present should still be able to make their money. I want to know what you think. Let's see what we're thinking in the chat. I see a lot of 2s. I see a lot of 2s. Okay. So that's really interesting. That's really interesting. A lot of 2s. Okay. So it seems we're pretty much all on the same page. Okay. A 1 if you want them to pull all Diddy stuff, and a 2 if you think leave the artist under the label, allow them to still profit. Okay. So listen, I like to write this down so that I can put chapters and bookmarks in here so that when people are watching the replay, it's easier for you to kind of scroll through the video. I like to dot my I's and cross my T's. I'm very detail oriented, child. That's why I be late so many times coming to the stream, and I really do appreciate y'all's patience. Listen, if you haven't already taken a moment to share this video with someone, that's another free way that you can support the stream. Please feel free, share this video, share it via text message. All right. Put it in your Discord, your group chat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, however it is that you share media. Be sure to share this with somebody who was following the Diddy saga, and you just want them to be updated and informed. Okay. So other things that we are going to get into, we're going to get into Young Miami in just a moment. We're going to be talking about a documentary. We're going to be getting into yet another company that has dropped Diddy by pulling or removing all of his music from their products. And this is just one of many companies that is trying to cut ties with Diddy, because it's going to sink their battleship if they don't, and they pretend it's not happening ultimately if it is a large business. We've got a former MUA of both Cassie and Diddy who is speaking out most recently. Misa Hylton, if you don't know who Misa Hylton is, that is one of P. Diddy, Sean Combs, P. Diddy Bop, Puffy, whatever you want to call him, okay? One of his baby mamas. She's also both a former assistant and stylist of his, and she is speaking out. Cameron found himself in a tizzy. I'm sure you've all heard, but we're still going to go ahead and cover that just to make sure that we're covering all of our bases. And also Dr. Umar is doubling down, and Slim Thug is facing backlash for his comments that he's made revolving around Diddy. So there are several things that we need to get into in this video. And of course, there's a lot that we're going to get into in the next video, because of course I got the legal documents, I got the paperwork, and you know we're going to get into it. It's just what it is. All right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and continue getting into all things that we need to discuss. Okay. So, next. Wait a minute now. Oh, okay. It seems like Young Miami is trying to separate herself. Am I freezing on y'all? Okay. Are we back? Are we back now? Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Hopefully we are back now. All right. Let's go ahead and continue with what is going on. Oh, it's back. I'm so frustrated. I can't leave this up. And luckily, we're still in the beginning. So I'm just going to have to start this over. But I am so beyond frustrated. I'm unsure if it's StreamYard or if it's my internet. Because as I proceeded to give y'all what y'all needed, it's like, no. Is that a Diddy line? Oh, can't be saying that. As we proceed to give you what you need, can't be saying that. But I proceeded to try to use other websites while this was acting up and it was working. So I'm unsure if this is StreamYard or my internet, but either way, I'm frustrated because I'm on a roll today. I'm in a very positive, optimistic, productive mindset, and I'm ready to knock shit out and get shit done. I've got 2 lives lined up for today, and both of them are filled with heavy and a lot of information. I'm telling you, especially the next live we about to get into. Especially, I fell down 3 separate rabbit holes. It took me an extra 2 hours just to research all that and make sure I understood all of those things. And now here's this. And I'm frustrated, but it's okay. And it sucks because this link has gone out to so many different people. And now I'm going to have to restart the live. And maybe even if y'all then share this live with somebody, they'll go to look at this link and it'll say this video is private or it's been deleted. Because I'm gonna have to start this live over. I can't leave this live up in the ether when we went down for 5 or 10 minutes because nobody's gonna watch through that technical difficulty on the playback. I'm so livid. Y'all, give me 5 minutes to get started with another live. But first, what I need to do, I've got a couple of people I need to shout out because I see I've gotten a couple of super chats. Oh, I'm so mad. Shout out to Dog Williams for joining the membership. I appreciate you for becoming a part of the Pancake Posse. Okay. See, somebody just retweeted the damn video on Twitter. And when people go to look at that, the video is going to be gone. Jesus. Woo! When I tell you, if I was on the phone with Xfinity right now, let me tell you, baby, they would get a large dose of irritated me and a spoonful of Tokyo Tony. Yes, they would. Make sure y'all turn y'all post notifications on so that y'all are getting all of the notifications for today. Shout out to Adores Aaliyah. She's been a member for 26 months. Wow. And I know you were also a member on the old channel as well. I'm willing to bet that Puffy fumbled 90s equivalent of the 90s equivalent of Motown. Yeah, he used to work for Uptown Records, so absolutely he did used to intern and work there. He squandered so many talented artists for his own gain. Absolutely. Shout out to yo folks for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Shout out to Mike TV for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that as well. And shout out to Kesha for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate all of you guys. Listen, we are going to go and come right back and start over. Luckily, I only got into 2 out of probably 22 bullet points and pieces of information that I needed to give you in this video. Okay. Oh, I'm maybe hopefully it'll be 5 minutes. I need to calm my temper down because I didn't have a temper today. I woke up in a real good mood, but this just pissed me off because how I show up online and when I'm in the middle of a great groove and when I'm just live in general, it is important that that uh, and now we're back. Like, what am I gonna do? Is this gonna work for all of my lives today? Like, this is crazy.